Merry Halloween, everybody! Good evening to VPG Thursday night stream. It is, of course, Halloween. It's the first time I've seen myself in the camera, and it's the first time I've seen Domino on a full screen camera. So, yeah, we have got Domino back tonight as well. It would be, I think this would be more weird if it was just me. So, thank you, Domino. Thank you, weird cousin it. He's doing the voice. He was.
Wait, what is this? Wait, what is this?
You were either cousin it or shares wardrobe.
Mate, I could fool you both. This is very, very itchy, and I can barely see anything. And that's the first time I've seen your face as well. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
The things we do for Fame 8 Ball.
I've been in hair and makeup for the last 20 minutes, so...
I saw you be in hair and makeup as well.
Yeah, I didn't know the camera was on, so... Luckily, everyone on scene was decent, I think. But on to the actual main event. It is these boys. Mons Calpe are the first game up against R4P, channel favourites R4P. For those who don't know, we are Pro Clubs Weekly on behalf of VPG every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, 8 PM start. So if you're not already subscribed, get yourself subscribed to both channels. Actually, we are also on the Tube of the U. Right, so we'll go through the houses. These guys are ready to start, so it's going to be a quick one. First up, Rib for Pleasure versus Mons Calpe. That is UK Premier. Straight after that, Creative versus Class, the 2Cs. Class, third time on the channel this week.
Mate.
Hush money. Hush money. I told you we can be bribed quite easily. And then
how do you think me and 8 Ball paid for the costumes?
And then never do the costume. This face paint costs £1. And then we have the return of the esports premier, the top tier of VPG. It is Empire from France, first time on the channel. Watch your nose for us too, Domo. Taking on a team who are very familiar to us. It is SV Volt. And then finally, to be fair, we always say the game at the end is the main event. It's just because it's literally at the end. But this time it is GMASK versus CAPRICAROLESQUE, and that's main event material. I don't care what anyone says. It could be first, second, third, or fourth, but it is fourth because we control the schedule. So we put it when we want, and we want it last. So there are your 4 games for tonight. Right, let me just check in because I don't want people waiting for us. Yeah, they were waiting for us. They're good. They're good peeps. They're good peeps. They know. They know. Right.
Sorry for the lobby simulator, guys. We're on.
Yeah, that's actually our fault. My bad, y'all. Right, first game now. Again, we can have a look at the teams. It is Rib for Pleasure versus Mons Calpe. Mons Calpe, Domino. You know the goalkeeper, Samu. Absolutely quality goalkeeper. And then we've got Zyna as well at the back for Mons Calpe. Edith, Hannix, Chris C, Chris Brennan, Smith. The names just completely and utterly roll off the tongue. And then we've got our boys at Rib for Pleasure, Domino. We know them, we love them. They're not just here to make up the numbers tonight. They're sitting in 12th, which I know they'll be disappointed with. Mons Calpe are in 4th. So there's a bit of a jump, but as we always say, Domino, you don't look at the table until you've played 10 games at least, and these guys have only played 5 or 6, so I reckon anything goes.
Yeah, as we know from Rib Pleasure, mate, they build into games, they build into seasons, so yeah, they're slow starters, but trust me, they're a hard team to get past when they get going.
Yeah, and I think the last time we had them on was that 2-2 draw against Memzino Ball as well. So, again, very, very good team. A very, very good game. And to be honest, Dominic, I think we saw the good and the bad from Rib for Pleasure, because when they play it on the deck from front to back, to be fair, there's not many better than them. Like, they are such dark horses in a way. They've brought in Smithy for tonight. They've got Rickles playing out wide, so expect some danger from him. Andy this time gone from wide midfield into that camp, I think could be a massive, massive move for those boys.
Yeah. absolutely. I mean, they've got the team name stacked, and they all play individually. They play really well. But it's what we keep saying about the teams that are the good teams that are trying to hit the great stratosphere is the consistency. You see spells of Room for Pleasure being absolute colossus, and then some of not being so colossus.
Yeah.
It's all about that consistency and getting that right over the 90-minute table.
No, spot on, mate. Spot on. And for Mons Calpe, they are Elite B, so they're up there with some of the big boys. So expect them to see them hitting the heights this FIFA cycle, this EA FC 25 cycle. They are unbeaten in 8 games, scoring 17 in that time period. C. Brennan, who we normally see playing centre midfield, but they've got Mick and they've got Seedith in there, so they've got the goods, so you could just move people around. He is on 6 goals this season with 3 assists. And ex-Smith as well. Again, we're talking about strike forces, strike partners. Smithy's on 5 goals as well. It's a dangerous team. It's a dangerous team. And to be fair, Domino, on my notes, I've got, right, hear me out on this one. Mons Calpe, goalkeeper wise, Matt D23 and Chem. Neither of those two are playing tonight. What? Yeah, exactly. So we're either gonna I was gonna say we're either gonna see like how deep their goalkeeping goes here, or they've got a makeshift goalkeeper. Samu's a good goalkeeper, and I think it's that they go deep, but we're about to find out, and I think that may be where R4P could potentially capitalize. And it does look like we're struggling to get in again. Yeah, it's only on 18, so I think this is going to be a total write-off, Domino.
Oh, mate.
And to be fair, it's
some things that they can't fix.
No, and it's not the first time. It's not the first time this week. This week's been an actual struggle, if I'm totally honest.
Yes, it has.
So they might still get through, but we'll keep that. Look, I can keep an eye on that. That's not a problem. This week has been a struggle, Domino. Domino's been off on his jollies. He's been on holiday.
That's true. Just came back.
There's been me holding the fort, usually looking a little bit better than this. Only just. But yeah, this week I think it's sod's law. When you're not here, it tends to go a lot slower. So it may well be a Domino problem up until today, where the cameraman's apologized. He's actually gone offline. So we are keeping a complete hold on this. So that's absolutely fine. I mean, we can go back. We can go back to Teams Domino, or we can just talk a little bit more about Halloween, and we can plug some stuff if you really want.
Oh, mate, 100%. I want people in the comments just to put down how much they think this costume costs. That's the first thing I want.
All right, we'll give you a hint in pence. Go on.
And what I'm going to say is as halfway through this stream, it might actually be quicker than halfway. I might have to edit the costume and take this out of my face because 8 ball, I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling to see. And being a commentator, giving you play-by-play action might be a problem.
Might be better. To be fair, we actually haven't done a risk assessment on Domino's costume. It looks very, very flammable. We don't have insurance. Delosa, maybe just check that one out for us. Read the small print. In case any fire damage to one of the co-hosts. The boys are trying to get back in now, so I'm sure you guys would rather watch them than laugh at us. But yeah, plugging wise, whilst we've got the time, I will say every Sunday on Pro Clubs Weekly YouTube channel we do it's almost like a match of the day style roundup of all the week's action, so make sure you catch that. That's every single Sunday at 7 p.m. And yeah, like I said, boys and girls, VPG, they've always got stuff going on, but this FC25, 2 LAN events, weekend league, obviously the main pyramid system. Wow, we are struggling today, really struggling today.
Boys.
Yeah, I thought we were going straight in.
Yeah, I saw 22 on the screen, April. I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try and refresh from my side, but I don't think it's this side. He says, here we go. Here we go.
Do not worry.
We caught it. We caught it. Off we go then, boys and girls. It is R4P in their traditional orange kit from left to right. And it is Mons Calpe. Mons Calpe, Domino, we haven't seen this season. So what are you expecting from these boys?
Well, like you said, undefeated April. You didn't specify the wins and draws of them. But
no, I
does
didn't.
Seem like
Rude.
They are a very hard team to beat. Going unbeaten this early on, when you do get some shock results, shows me that they're a very good unit, as results suggest. But
and here they go.
They come back.
We talked about the football on the deck as well, and they're showing that early doors. They don't get anything for their efforts. Mons Calpe, as Domino has now requested, played 5, 1, 2, drawn 3. Lost none, so currently unbeaten after 5. They'll be looking to take that into tonight's games. There are 2 UK Premier games on a Thursday. If you didn't know, now you do. And they, just to finish off the housekeeping, they are in the black, of course, from right to left. Chris C, big baller. That's what Mons Calpe do, Domino. They've gone around and just collected ballers for days. Hussein into C. Brennan, into Smith, back to Brennan. Here we go, edge of the box. Chris C cuts back onto that right foot, that inverted winger style. Andy flicks it on. Henley wins it up high though, but Seedith is there. That's what he does. Him and Mick, Domino. It's going to be a big feature of this game. Just keeping the likes of Andy and whatnot quiet.
April, that first attack was fluid like my hair. I'm not going to lie to you. It was wavy. They picked them apart. Nice one-touch passing, built it up very nicely. They brought everyone to one side of the box, switched it, and then built up the play when they had the space. What I've seen in the first 13 minutes, April, this Mons team is not to be messed with. Yeah, they're the kind of team I don't want to play against, and I think that just tells you everything you need to know. Hussein on the edge of the box. Smith takes it early doors. There it is. Absolute daisy trimmer, bottom corner. Keeper didn't move. It was just a snapshot. And I don't think the goalkeeper was expecting it. I wasn't expecting it. The only person who was Smith and his teammates. 1-0, Mons Calpe. April, it was clinical. It was absolutely clinical. One-touch passing again, people in the right positions. And the best thing about it is the communication between them. It was unbelievable. Knew when to take the shot.
Yep.
Like I said, 30 minutes went past. They were impressed. 70 minutes gone past.
Andy,
there, but he's in there.
Andy into the near post there. Strider just has his, I think it was a shot come cross, blocked. Goalkeeper, Samu, cleverly wearing the same colour kit. Very nice. Here is Strider, who had that initial shot cross. Henley, good feet from him. Back to Strider, edge of the box. Bit of space, cuts it back to Strider. Big block again. One up high, but there. Mons Calpe just too strong defensively at the moment, but R4P, Domino, just, I would say they're knocking on the door just yet. They're at the door. They're trick-or-treating.
I'm a big fan of that.
Mick D wins it.
And we know this Replication team. You can't count them out, April. Even if they're playing a bit slow or it's not going that way, they're always dangerous when they get on that front foot. And the Mons. Seedith playing with fire there, and again the strong tackling, the good defensive awareness, dug himself out. However, it's just another warning sign. I mean, we've seen R4P a lot recently because they actually joined the Pro Clubs Weekly League as well, and they're just such an entertaining team to watch. You know, goals scored, goals against, it doesn't matter either way. They're just here to have a good time. And they're great in that league, April.
Oh, they were, yeah, really good value, and they're just, I don't even know where they go wrong, if I'm honest. I mean, passes like that, of course, ball over the top. They're just such a good footballing team. They just don't get to the results they deserve necessarily. Chris, again, that snapshot, Domino, is that gonna be their go-to right now?
It's the extra pass that people are not expecting, and then the shot that comes at the end. They've done that 3 times now. One of the times paid off.
Swung in. Oh, it's built by Assassin Slayer. I mean, he kept it out, so fine.
I couldn't see where the ball is because it's there, and I saw the net.
Clippers with the clearance. Swings it back in, though. Not done yet. The dangerous Viner up there. First time shot. Clifford takes the shot down under a spell. Good touch from him, and because of that, R4P are able to build. just trying to get a foothold in this game, but unable to, because off the ball, Mons Calpe are just so good. And then on the ball, they've got these boys, C. Brennan and co. Clifford does his best. I can only assume it was offside. We'll say it was offside.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thomas, again, Mick D picking up that intercepted pass. Hanix, not seen much from him so far. He'll want to change that for sure. Very, very capable of doing that. Smith gives it to the aforementioned bird. Just strayed, I think. Just strayed, unlike him. Clifford starts again with Banks. Sorry, Smithy, a good signing for them. Good player at the back. Strider looking lively this first half. Looking like the likely source of something. Him and Henley, to be fair. Again, beats his man, gets to the byline. Cediff does well, though. They do concede the corner. 10 minutes left of this first half. R4P, what can they cook up? Second corner of the game for them.
Went short the first time, 8 ball. They're going to try that routine again. They have gone short.
That's not bad, actually.
Inside.
Do you know what? They had a man on the edge of the box, Domino, and I think they were using him as a decoy, but the defender didn't go with the decoy, and now C. Brennan tries to slide it through to Chrissy. Intercepted. Henley takes it down under a spell. Chris onto Rickles, who again been very, very quiet for a very, very good player. Cediff recycles to Viner. Good touch from him. 5 minutes left. Ball over the top is on, but they go the complete opposite way. I didn't even see that. Chris C takes it down. Just keeps it. Keeps them ticking over. Might have strayed. Banks clears it anyway. Recycled. I think that would have been offside had they let it run through. So unfortunate for R4P. But here is the shot. And even more unfortunate circumstances because Smith has just doubled the lead right before half time. 2-0 to Mons Calpe.
8 ball. I thought Rib for Pleasure were getting back in that. They were starting building. It started becoming more of a 50-50 game. But Mons showing why they can hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
And they have been deadly in front of goal. It's the build-up play to get themselves there. It did not let them down again. And it is a just deserving 2-0 in my opinion. 8 ball. Mons are putting on a clinic here for us.
Yeah. I feel for R4P because they were very unfortunate with that potential offside. But
yeah.
They're just getting put to the sword now. One more might just kill this off. Rickles does fantastically well to get back and calls it time for half-time. I think R4P will be more than happy to get back in at half-time. Just regroup. Just calm themselves down because conceding just before half-time like that is horrible. It depletes you. Realistically, an unbeaten Mons Calpe, who were one of the league favourites before a ball was even kicked. They're 2-0 down. Domino, what can they, 1, say, and 2, do to get back into this game?
It's hard, mate, because you can't... It's nothing they're doing wrong. Their shape's really good. They're pressuring really well. They're keeping hold of the ball well. It's just Mons' attack is so fluid and so direct. It's hard to keep track of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mons knows what they're doing, where players are. They're passing the ball into space for the player to be there. They're not passing it to a player. It's going to be very hard for R4P. The only thing I would suggest to them is you've got to be a bit more patient in your build-up. The longer you've got the ball, obviously, the less time Mons have to hurt you, but it is an uphill task.
Oh, speaking of uphill, Brennan squares it to Chris. Keeper lets it run. He knows. He's going to get the goal kick from it. But again, a ferocious start, Domino, from Mons Calpe. Did we expect anything less?
No, mate, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The worst thing for R4P here is Mons Calpe aren't going to take their foot off the pedal. That's not what kind of team they are. They're not going to sit back. They're not going to game manage. They're just going to go out and have some fun. That's what makes this team so good. And speaking of good, that ball over the top was fantastic.
Well
Match, though, by Clifford. Good work defensively from him, getting back at the nick of time. This press from Mons Calpe is dangerous. Hanix into Smith. Oh, sorry, Smith. Takes it off him. No relation. Mick D into C. Brennan. Smith back to Brennan. Air shot. Real-time shot. 3-0. That is all she wrote. There is no coming back against a team as potent, as monstrous as the unbeaten Mons Calpe. They're going to make it 9 wins in a row. Here we go.
Like I said, it's too. When you've got players playing with this level of confidence and this fluidity, it's hard to stop. I'm not seeing River players do anything really wrong. The positioning's not bad.
Apart from that, maybe.
Yeah.
See Brennan to Smith to Seedith on the overlap. Power shot hits the crossbar. No, a save onto the crossbar maybe, or just a save. Either way, it's a corner. I mean, it was Assassin Slayer who gave that ball up in the first place. Makes sense. Look at that. Smart corner routine. See Brennan rides the first tackle, rides the second one. Falls to the centre half, squares it across to Smith, blocked. Ball still alive, ping-ponging around. Explain that one. Explain that one.
April, this is turning into a Halloween horror show.
And they've got a corner as well. It looked like it hit the man. Goalkeeper comes. Two men collide in the box. Hussein swings it in. Back post. William there looked favourite to win that one. It was just plucked off his head. Again, I don't think R4P have left their half this half. Here we go. Henley dribbles out of his own half. And straight back in. Domino, like I said, this is not a team that I would want to play against. To be fair, I don't want to play against either of them. But Mons Calpe in this form, mate. 9 unbeaten. It's maybe not. I don't think it is 9 wins in a row. It's 9 unbeaten at the very least. I would say probably the majority of them have been wins. And a good through ball, though. Here we go. What do R4P have in the locker? Rickles with the power shot. Here we go. Nippos. Rickles, take a bow, son. 3-1, just like that.
April, and I'll always say it to anyone. Form is temporary, past and permanent.
Oh,
Rickles
yeah.
hasn't had anything of their game. But you give it to key men in dangerous positions, they do that. April, this could flip it on their heads because we've seen Mons Calpe be effective and be unbelievably brilliant from the goal. What's their resilience like now?
They're fine. They're absolutely fine. Here we go with a 3-man press. Sorry, Smithy does well. I'm not sure. I think it might have been the man coming back, Domino. It wasn't the initial tackle. I think it was a man coming back. We'll have to check the replay. We don't have replays, by the way. Smithy is going to be with the penno. Bottom corner, just like that. Domino, they're not a team. Having watched them now for the last 2 years, these boys, they play together often under different pseudonyms, and they're just a team who enjoy playing this game mode. If they concede a goal, they'll go and score 2 or 3 more. R4P should have shut up shot, let it be 3-0, because this... What a save, by the way. Guessed the right way. Point blank range.
Held it as well.
Held on to it. Save of the match so far at 4-1 down. Yeah, I genuinely think the dangerous thing when playing a team like Mons Calpe is just going down by a couple of goals. I think R4P now, knowing them like we do, they're gonna give them a straight shootout, because that's, again, they're like Mons Calpe. They just love this game mode. Good set of lads, very, very good players. But on their day, Mons Calpe, they're beating 99.9% of teams out there, and unfortunately today they're in that 99.9% of teams. Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, April, there's not much. I'd even say there's 4 goals. I mean, they have given it away sillily a couple of times. None of them have really resulted into a goal, but this Mons team, this is the first experience I've got off them. I mean, I've seen the boys, I've seen the team sheet, so I know they're ballers across here. But playing as a unit, they are impressive, and they're seeing those balls through. And here he is, man getting inside the box, fake power shot, tries to turn his man, still gets hold of it, plays it back into the midfield, and it does get stuffed out there, and it starts a different place. No, it does not.
Yeah, not with Ziner around. Absolutely no chance. Yeah, I mean, they're called Mons Calpe. They should be called Mons Stars, because this is what it feels like at the moment. And again, it's do you know what? I feel bad, because I feel like we're kind of tarring R4P here, but I genuinely don't think R4P have done too much wrong. Ball over the top to... They've gone off the boil in the second half, for sure. I think they had a very, very good first half. Maybe unfortunate to be the 2 goals down, having conceded just before half-time. But,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of teams across competitive pro clubs, they go 2-0 up, they sit back. Mons Calpe don't do that. Mons Calpe don't do that. So, I think R4P would have preferred that. Ball into the back post, though. Keeper's thinking about coming. Keeper does come. They left something on that man who swung that ball in. Why not? They are 4-1 up with 7 minutes left.
I had a Halloween mask on as well. I like it. I like it. Guys.
Again, big shout out for the thumbnail tonight, by the way. Mr. Delosa special. Very, very impressive. Best thumbnail of the season so far. Hannix beats his man. Beats him again. Comes inside. Hussein slides it through. C. Brennan near post. Keeper stands up. Air shot. It was just a dummy. Clifford, who, to be fair, has been up there with some of the best performance on either side. Chris gets across, stops that potential power shot, but it just gets flung out. Oh my god. Chris C almost with a goal of the season contender, and I like that animation. I tell you what, Dom, that's a good save and a good header from Smithy. Back out wide. The first time power shot, Domino, you've got to be 4-1 up to be trying those. Or just a good player. Or just a good player. I wouldn't know either. Frankel down the pipe. Saved by Assassin Slayer. To be fair, he's having a good game despite his team being down by 3 goals. Flinchy Strider through. 1-on-1. You can see it coming, Domino. I almost called it, but I didn't want to spoil it.
Yes, you've got to do it.
And do you miss the next game, though? That's the question.
I don't think you do.
I'm guessing not. I'm guessing not. 25 yards. Can R4P get a consolation here? I don't know what that is. Please tell me. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. What? Yeah, I think it was an advert. I mean, we got there in the end. It does finish Mons Calpe 4, Rib for Pleasure 1, and it is that man Smithy who gets the penalty at the end of the end of the second half, picks up the match ball as well. And to be fair, Domino, we could sit here for the next 20-30 minutes and just talk about how good Mons Calpe were. Why don't we? Because I can't remember many performances that have been that convincing and that one-sided.
No, 8-ball, I think the hard thing here, 8-ball, I'm going to be honest with you, is saying something serious when you pull up this screen. I see mine on your face. Yeah,
to be fair.
I went to say something serious, and it was from the heart, and then I looked over, my face on the screen, and so yours, and now it's got me a little bit. So, back to Mons, and I will try and do this professionally, because we are in a professional atmosphere. That was clinical, mate. It's the first time I've seen him play, like I said on the stream. I've seen the boys play individually before in different teams. As a collective unit, I can't see, in a form like that and playing like that, they are going to be a hard team to stop. That is a title run performance, in my opinion. Yeah. And of course, they do remain unbeaten in that UK Premier. That makes it 3 wins from 6 and 3 draws, 0 losses. And to be fair, Domino, when they're busting out performances like that, I can't think of many teams off the top of my head that would beat them, especially if they're going to whip out performances like that. And I think the scary thing is there, Domino, not just our faces. Now you look like Macho Man Randy Savage, for crying out loud. Yeah, I know. I couldn't see anything, so I had to my hair had to go back.
Oh yeah.
I kept the wig in the sun. I kind of like Abel.
I quite like it. Yeah, I do quite like it. To be fair, I'll let you off. What I was gonna say again, it's so difficult to be serious, and I look up and I see Domino Man Randy Savage, is. Not only did they have the performance, but they've also got the players. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but what I mean by that is, how often do we see teams where we absolutely purr over their starting 11 or their squad, and then they rock up and they just give us just a steady performance. These boys, we were purring over the team sheet, and then they bust out a performance like that. And like I said, it's absolutely no shade on R4P. The boys know how much we love them. They didn't play bad at all. It's just they just came up against a different beast on a I was gonna say a strange kind of day. Of course, it's a spooky kind of day. Of course. Right. Without further ado, Zhao. This is the VPG UK Premier. That first game. This game is also the UK Premier, and then we'll be moving on to 2 games from the VPG Esports Premier. Guys, if you are watching for the first time, you want to get involved, the link is in the description. We couldn't recommend it more. Right, on to second up. Creative, the Scotsman, versus Class, who, if you are a regular viewer of the channel, which you should be, is their 3rd time this week, 4th time in total on the show. And to be quite deadly serious, deadly, get it? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. They are a very, very good side, and I know that goes without saying because they are where they are. They are in the esports Premier themselves. They're in the UK Premier, so 2 top leagues they can play in. Currently sat in 6th, and then we've got 1 place behind them, Creative, in 7th. They've got the exact same record, but they've got 1+ goal difference more than them. Domino, last time out Class, 3-3 versus Menzino Ball. I mean, what are you expecting from them tonight? But before I tell you that, this is the 3rd time they've been on. No wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. That's all I'm going to say.
Mate, we've seen Class play, and the results have not been favourable on the channel, should I say to them. But there's a reason they are favourites on this channel, and the bookers keep booking them to be it.
Mm-hmm.
The football they play is class. Literally is in the title of what they do. And if the casual jump on the stream and see Class play, they were like, well, we're going to carry on watching the rest of this game. It is fluid football. They're a good bunch of lads, and they're efficient throughout. Creative 8-ball. Talk to me about Creative. What are they saying in the league? What are their recent results been?
So they have got 5 goals in the last 5. So not too much in way of goals, but also they've only conceded 4 goals conceded. So I was going to say 5. I can't read my own writing. So 4 goals conceded, 5 scored. 6th last season in this league. I think these 2 teams are quite well matched. However, we have just got news in the chat that there have been 2 last-minute changes. Iconic Tay and Gashman are out. Jano in at right back. Harry out. Sorry, Iconic Tay out. Gashman in. Can't read writing. Can't read anything, apparently. Right. Here we go then. Malaga are Class. From left to right, which means Creative are in the Liverpool kit from right to left. I think a thing to note, Domino, is how potent Class have been in front of goal this season. Their 2 strikers, Josh Chapman and Class Doyle, 6 and 5 goals for those boys. And one to watch, one I've picked out, is Shaz on the left wing. A very, very good player. In very, very good form as well. A good feature of this Class team is these diagonals into Class Doyle's head. You'll see him with the big afro up front now, playing on the last man. They cause a lot of danger from those balls. And if that ball isn't on, they're more than happy to spray it out to Shaz and Maigan on the left and right midfield. So it's a very good style of play. They're not afraid to put the ball into the box. Exhibit A, good save, cleared off the line by Scotty. I mean, not that we ever wish for a team to score, but if they'd scored then that would have just proven my homework was working. It is the newcomer Jano slotting in at right back. Does well to get a goal kick for his team. And yeah, Domino, we've watched a lot of Class this week. It's Creative's turn though to turn up and put some distance between themselves and Class. It is the manager Davey. They are obviously missing a few players. Those 2 players dropping out last minute that would have been late replacements, and I don't think it would have been because they had better players coming in. I think it would have been players dropping out for reasons unknown. So whether or not they get weakened from that, we'll obviously stick around to see as XL Bully has the shot from 30 yards. But if anyone can pull it off, it's Davey and his band. But here is Teagues, swings it in to the talisman, Josh Chapman. And to be honest, would have expected better from that man from there.
Yeah, 8-ball. The ball fell, sat nicely. Keeper's position was good, but I expect him to make a bit more of a save from there. It was easy pickings. It was a little warm-up.
Yeah.
And the little blank shot fired for the other team there, April.
I do think it is Creative's first game tonight, whereas I'm not sure if it's Class's first game. So again, I do think that factors in how much of a warm-up you get. The fact that the two players only just came into the team now suggests that maybe they weren't on at 8 o'clock playing competitive clubs. So again, that may be why Class started at such a high tempo, but Creative, since that opening 5-10 minutes, have now got a foothold into it. Is Pedro Cruz their top goal scorer with 3 goals this season, and Matty Gash as well at left midfield. Very, very good player. Look out for this man on the near side.
That's nice. That's very nice.
Here we go. Wooding over the top when I thought he might keep it on the deck. Harwood clears it with his chest. Bully back in. Migan doing his defensive duties well. Class Doyle all the way back there now. Just tucking in, leaving the one man up. Matty Gash looks to take on Migan, cuts back in. Creative happy just to get a foothold in this tie, and that is what they're doing. I'm not sure who headed it home, but it does get home to Stink in the goal of Class, the home team for tonight.
It was very good by Creative. At the time, they were just kind of getting bogged down possession after possession and losing it. Oh, that's an excellent ball. I think he's onside. As I was saying, it was really good before that by Creative, and they keep losing the ball here.
Yeah, Mensa wins it back this time over the top. Teagues, top bins! It is Class who strike first. The celebration to go along with it. That ball over the top. But yeah, Domino, like you said, they lost it in that midfield area and they were punished. That's what happens in these top leagues. You cannot lose the ball in there without getting punished one way or another. And the ball goes over the top again. Are they going to get punished again? Oh, it's Class Doyle.
Oh,
there was an absolute mix-up. It's gonna stand. He was onside. It's unfortunate. It's to you style stuff there, but it doesn't stop Class running off and celebrating because they are now 2-0 up.
Mate, that was Sunday League stuff. The ball came over the top. Everyone rushed off it. There was a player offside. There was a flag for that player offside. He did touch the ball, but the Creative boys have got to play to the whistle. They didn't play to the whistle, and keeper coming out maybe grabbed that, getting his team out of trouble. You just don't know, April. But
yeah, it's
what
tricky.
we do know is they are 2-0 down, and it's a hard position to be against this Class team.
Davey to Wooding, getting a bit of joy on this left-hand side, and here, oh no. They just got in each other's way. Domino, what I was going to say is they're getting a bit of joy on that left-hand side with Matty Gash. He then popped up, at the back post, and here is Shaz, his opposite number, and that is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you put the ball away at the back post. Class are turning on a masterclass for us tonight. They are going to break this spell, get it, of no wins in 3 on the channel. It's going to take something spooktacular to get Creative back into... I've got them all here, mate. Halloween jokes. I'm only joking. That's actually what's going on right now. I think Creative... I'm not even sure it's getting to half-time because I think they probably need a goal before half-time. Get it to Davey. Get it to Matty Gash. Matty Gash on this left-hand side, on this near side for you guys watching. He's a quality player. He's getting a bit of joy so far. The only joy that Creative had in this game so far, to be honest. I think just keep pummeling that. And like we said, it's a tricky start for Creative, having those players missing, but they haven't done themselves any favours in this first half for a good side as well. They did finish 6th last season as well, and they are not looking like a team who finished 6th because Class Doyle is through one-on-one, takes the shot. Maguire, big save. Shivs, though, with the pressure, gives it to his leading goal scorer, Josh Chapman. Teagues, who's already got a goal to his name. Josh Chapman says, I'll have it because I want to add to my goal tally. And they go long, and I think that was probably for the best because that sustained pressure from Class at 3-0 up is just... Yeah, it's not good for Creative. It's not good. We'll obviously, we'll try and find as much positive things we can say about Creative, but sometimes you literally just have to say Class have just turned up there. They've been They've been potent. They've been clinical with their chances. And again, a bit like the Mons Calpe game, when you play against a team that are taking their chances like that, what can you physically do, Domino?
No, April it's been clinical from them. The first goal, mate, that ball over the top, I couldn't even see it. Like I said, it's those balls that I love best, is when you can't see it, you can't read that ball. Put it into his feet, scored. Second goal was obviously a calamity of errors, but they've deserved to be up in this game. They've controlled the game in each third of it. It's going to be a very hard one for Creative to even build from this point on. Before that first goal, Class did have a lot of possession, and then Creative swung it back and started playing it nicely for 5 minutes before that goal happened. They just need to get it back there. You're going to have to race that 3 goals. The game might be lost for the boys, but if they can get an early goal here and try and galvanise the team, we've seen it before when it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely, Dominic. I think that's all you can really say at this stage, because, you know, this is what we love about pro clubs. It is 11 different personalities. As soon as you start getting at each other, it's just going to go downhill. And unfortunately for Creative, they are playing a team that will punish you. They will put 6 or 7 past you if you give them the chance. And here comes Class Doyle, rifles that into the top corner. 4-0, and maybe they were having words at half-time, Domino, because they've just been cut open straight off the bat once again. And what can Davey Dunham and his boys do here?
This is now, again, turning into a Halloween horror show, and he's through again, April.
Yeah. Oh, my God. The Trivella into the top corner. I moved away before I could even hit the celebration button. 5-0. Class Doyle may well have just overtaken his strike partner, Josh Chapman, as top goal scorer this season, and what a way to do it.
It's a hard task here now. That's 5-0, and you've got 40 virtual minutes to play.
Yeah.
The thing is, I do like when teams like Creative show professionalism, and you won't get that in, let's say, the lower leagues or some other organisations, where if this happens, you get people drop their head. Creative here will be as professional as they can be. As you can see, mate, they're still trying to play the game. They're still trying to score when everything's in void. It's just one of them. We've got to have to sit back and watch this 8-ball and enjoy some goals, mate.
The thing is, yeah, I mean, we're fine sat up here with our stupid outfits on, but it's like you said, Dominic. I mean, they are playing the game, of course they are. They've logged on tonight to play the game, so let's play the game. We've all been there, though, whether it be in competitive, whether it be in divisions. We've all been on the receiving end of a game like this. But we all know how quickly these games can get away from us as well. Yes, it's one thing getting beat 5-0, fine. You take it on the chin and you go to the next game, whatever. But if you don't put a lid on it and you don't start to iron out some of these creases, get rid of some of these mistakes, then it can, like I said, it can easily turn into 7, 8, 9, 10-0, because Class are a team like Mons Calpe who they're not going to stop. They're going to stat pad the hell out of this game, and that's what teams want to do. As soon as they go, you know, they're past that dangerous 2-0 lead. As soon as it gets to 3, looking for a 4th, looking for a 5th, and they're going to stat pad. And these two especially, Class Doyle, they want to stat pad their way to the top of the individual leaderboards. That's not helpful either. It is a corner for Class, and yeah, I think we'll say more about Class, Domino, than Creative. I think Creative, this is just an off night, and unfortunately for them, it's just on camera.
Yeah, you get the Maple. You get off nights, and no one can complain about having an off night. And obviously, there's been changes in the team. Can't help. There's no excuses there, and these boys won't make any excuses for the performance.
No.
But they've come up against a team that are firing all cylinders starting April. Defensively, they haven't had much to do, but what they've done, they've been excellent at, and they've controlled the game from start to finish April.
Here's a question for you, Domino. Sorry to break your flow. Do you still have the Tiki mask?
Do I still have the Tiki mask?
Bearing in mind he's in the chat.
I burnt the Tiki mask.
In a sacred ritual.
I burnt the Tiki mask, but I did keep the...
Oh, Class Doyle slides it through. Power shot blocked by Scotty. Carry on.
But what's the team that gave us the t-shirt table?
No, we can't speak about other teams.
But we did keep that. Right, here we go. I mean, it'd be nice if Creative got a goal here, just to keep them going.
Give us something to cheer about, yeah.
Yeah.
What are Phoenix up to tonight? Are Phoenix not playing? We're getting word that Empire may have kicked off, so if people can tell them to not kick off, that would be great.
Nice. Happy for them to kick
I mean, do we leave this to go to that game? I don't know.
Right, do you want me to check? I'll check while you've got this on. I mean, probably April. The only reason I'm saying that is because we know how this game's going.
We do want to see that creative goal, though. We do want to see it. Mensa. 2 Teagues.
Yeah, they're just kicking off now, April. It literally is in the centre circle.
What do we do? What do we do?
I think we call it, and after the Empire game, we'll talk about this one at the end, and then keep them all in.
Right. I mean, if we... I don't know, I feel like I'm just risking it now, like, just get to the end of this game, but maybe we just call it here.
We call it here, but we'll add a side note after the game, because class deserve to be talked about after a performance of 5-0 against a very, very good team. So this is no shade on class or the players playing. It is 5-0, and there is a game kicking off that we need to cover. So we will catch these boys, and we'll give them their adulation after.
Yeah, great. Oh, his Teagues is going through past. They've just scored. I'm so sorry. They've literally just scored. We missed it. It's 6. Empire and Volt, you are in our naughty books. Right, we're going to have to go over. I'm sorry. This is what happens when people don't listen to instructions. We miss goals and we miss gameplay. And we're here for literally both of those things. Anyway, someone is getting told off after this, by the way. Because we missed a goal and that's not cool, man. Right. No team sheets because it is time for Volt and Empire. Volt from right to left in the white kit this time. Empire, the French, in the blue kit. Of course they're in the blue kit. Looks like the Copenhagen kit, but it's very French blue for them. Empire currently sits 7th in the league. Volt, a lowly 20th, but anyone who's ever watched Volt will know fine well they are not a team fit for 20th place. So I think Empire will still be expecting a tricky game here. However, Empire are at home, so they do have that home advantage, and they're also just very, very good players.
Yeah, it's a hard one when you've not got the run of games go your way. When Empire have, that's a good turn, April.
Good save.
That's excellent. That is excellent. He's got the ball in here. It's on his right hand side. Keeps it across. Can they recycle? Volt and get the ball in midfield. Gets snuffed out.
Yeah, it does.
He's got people running in front of him. Good turn back. It's just one too many turns there.
Yeah,
April.
yeah.
And then I think he looked for his striker a little bit too early there. It looks like Empire are quite good on the ball here, April.
They've got
I've
some.
Not watched them before.
No. They've got some very good players. I think they'll be one of the teams who kind of knock around as kind of different aliases every now and then, but they've got that same core. Some very, very good players in this side. Senzea up front. Not to mix up with Zendaya, by the way. He's on 7 goals this season. He is their skipper. He is their manager. Look out for him. And of course, on the opposite side, his opposite number is Lator Menta. And despite Volt being 20th in the league, he still has 9 goals this season. So I feel
Lator Menta is one of the most complete strikers I've seen play.
Agreed. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. His baller build is out today, by the way, on a good timing. Good timing, yeah, I know. On Pro Clubs Weekly, so go and check that out. 25 minutes in, though. It is Empire 0-0 against Volt. Not too much to write home about just so far, but all the gains slides it through. Escova covering nicely. A bit of miscommunication there. Ball goes out, and is this a chance for Volt to start high up and build high up? No. And that, to be fair, I mean, they do get the corner out of it. It looked like it might have just been going off. Goalkeeper's gone wandering. There are lesser men on the line, one in the net. Interesting tactic. Back post looks like a good option for them. They're almost goading him into it, Domino. They've gone near post against my advice, and I'm glad it was cleared. Absco. Bit narrow from Empire, but they seem to be doing okay with it. Lyro into the back post. Leonardo does fantastically well, and here is Blickbert over the top. He's going to set his strike partner away. La Tormenta doesn't even think about it, Domino. He is, the man's on like a drawstring. You pull it, and he just has a shot. That's what they need, though. Over the top, those stocks through to Nel. Suso does fantastically well. He is being pressured and gets the clearance. Good ball. I think they maybe could have done better with that, being the quality that they're at.
Yeah, he should have known he didn't have that time to take it down there. The animations on this game are slow when you bring the ball down aerially. Oof. I think he'll just get the free kick now.
Wow, yeah, he does. He does.
Well, here we go.
Loki, and there it is. Confirmation, 25 yards outside of the boot. What does this man have in his locker? Oh, he's changed his...
Oh, they put a couple of people in the wall. Well, this is clever. I like this.
He's changed his mind, though. Here we go. 25 yards. Loki! It's gone over. Tell you what, we had a cracking angle of that, but just over. Goalkeeper looked like he may have had that covered. Peppo, very good goalkeeper, solid goalkeeper.
I like how they padded the wall. That's impressive. That's high-level stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it did its job. They got it over, but they didn't get it down in time, and that is what it's there to do. Jalal wins that. Gives it to Sanj. Gives it to La Tormenta. These names are rolling off the tongue at the moment. Blickbert, again, who's on 4 goals this season. That strike partnership worth 13 goals. Not a bad return for 20th place in the league. Slides it through. Here we go. Gaines. Tries to take on Snatch. Loses out. Booster gets it down the line to Emp. Again. Oh, someone got chopped off the ball. Nothing given, which, to be honest, Domino, when you accidentally do that, usually it's a red card. I don't know how I know that, because obviously I've never done it before, but...
so you do know how, yes.
Guilty. Shisui Shiki, Domino, as well in this Empire backline, just goes to show the type of names they've got. Man over on the left-hand side. Instead, they choose the right-hand side. First-time shot parried into the danger zone. They couldn't hold it, and they are punished just before half-time. I do believe it's the danger man, Senzea, and that makes it 8 for the season for the skipper. 1-0 to Empire.
It was the ball over the top. Killed the team. First time shot, which is a great save, but we always say it, strikers need to be in the position there. Rebounds are rebounds, you can't help it, but you've got to be in those positions. You have to manually move yourself into that position. He done it, he was a poacher, he got a goal, best players do it, and it was a very, very 50-50 half-8 ball, but if one team had to take the 1-0 lead going into half-time, I'd probably give it to Empire. Yeah,
I do think they've had the better of this first half. Unless Volt can maybe get something here. Blickbert swings it into the back post. They do have 2 men headed down. Again, it's parried, and it's put into the back of the net. It is. There's confirmation of. I think that might be Gaines who's bagged that off the rebound. Look at that for a finish. I wasn't sure if it had gone in, but what a big finish that is. And that literally will be the last kick of the first half. And that is absolutely massive. Whew.
Two rebound goals, and I say that, I said it on the first goal, I'll say it to this goal. You've got to be in a position there to smell that danger.
Yeah.
Now, Empire did all they could there. After the shot, after the rebound, player got on the line, obviously couldn't get there. The shot was at a tight angle, put it in. If I said just before, one team going in at 1-0, it'd probably be Empire. Them going at 1-1 is a fair result. That is fair.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think you're so right. I mean, what I was gonna say is last time on the we had Volt on. I was gonna say La Tormenta. I mean, to be fair, it's not far off. But last time we had Volt on, they got beat 3-2 against Famalacia, and we thought they were down and out at one stage. That's exactly what has happened again, and I'm annoyed I didn't say it like literally as they were going to score as well. And that is just what Volt do. Very, very good team. Very, very plucky team.
Well, if you can analyse their performance, like you said, April, is it pros?
It
I got
has,
the
yeah.
exact same thing there, April.
No worries. Let me reload this up. There we go.
But yeah, as I was saying, the one thing, if you were Empire going into this game and you look at just a stats-based analyse of the team, they've got goals in them. So
Yeah.
you've got to know that you're going to have to pull themselves either from one goal down or they will pull you back here. They have to be diligent in fencing, but they're coming here on the attack on this right-hand side. Man cuts him twice. He's got options.
Oh,
drags his man
Absco
out.
back stick.
Ultimately a free header. There's a great clearance. He's found the man there. Can they get on the attack?
Front to back nicely from Volt, eh? I mean, this is the VPG Esports Premier in a nutshell. Empire, who are a very good side, by the way, playing 20th in the league. If you play 20th in any league, it should be an easy game. I don't care what you're saying. The fact that Volt are 20th in this league is an absolute farce. It just shows how good this league is. Timpson, oh, he's lost the ball to Stocks, shifts it onto that right foot. What a massive save from Peppo. And to be honest, Domo, 9 times out of 10, the goalkeepers go into that far post. So he did fantastically well not to get suckered in and force that dive to the opposite corner. Oh, that's a free header. That's a free header. Oh, Shisui Shiki. Sorry, Domino.
People, how is he left in that much space? That was absolutely acres. Yeah, Volt will need to switch on because that was a warning shot. They've got to make sure they're not leaving someone stray off like that.
Everybody gets one. Bit better this time from Volt. I think it's things like that that let this Volt side down because they've got goals in them quite clearly, but they're 20th in the league, Domino, so quite clearly something has to give. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yours has gone down, but mine hasn't. So.
There we go. I've got the... There we go. Yeah, you know what I mean? Something's got to give, really, hasn't it? Stocks, edge of the box. Chips it up for Willie picks it back up, though. Turns on it, slides it through. Suso, who is having a good game, makes that interception, makes that clearance, but it keeps coming back. Volt really struggling to hold that ball up top. And it's Timpson this time.
Volt's getting dragged in some deep water here, April. They can't clear their lines, and when they do, it's just a blue wave coming back at them again and again and again. Like I said, it's a clearance every single time. It's an Empire win, and it's a recycle.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying is bad for Volt, but they do need to find a way to get someone to stand on the ball here, April.
Yeah.
Obviously not in positions like this, but you need someone to stand on the ball and try and get them out because every time they are losing that second ball.
Empire just look hungry, Domino. That's it. Flicked over. Oh, Lero won't want to watch that one back. Happy Halloween, MJ. Good to see you, buddy.
You said Happy Halloween to the guy.
No, God, no. No, I mean, that's what most of my shots look like, so I can't really say much. Suso goes long, and yeah, I mean, like I said, Domino, this Empire press, they look hungry. Volt are just hanging on in there at the moment for 20th place to get a draw away from home to 7th place, especially a team as good as Empire. It's a good result. However, if they keep, only picking up these kind of quote-unquote good results, a draw here or a draw there, they're not going to get up the table, and ultimately that's where they want to finish, Domino. We said at the beginning of the season, these are a team that want to be breaking that top 8, that top 6, and they've got the players to do it. They've just got to get those results, get that system sorted, and just pick out where they're going wrong, because quite clearly there's something not right.
Yeah, Abel, that ball over the top there, you could see the communication, and that was planned. As soon as he picked up the ball, 3 players ran forward, and if the ball was better, they would have been home and dry there. It was very, very clever. They are looking to intricately take this next goal, but it might have to be a
they can't get rid of it. They can't get rid of it, Domino. They are getting pinned back, and it's not, do you know what? It's not through one of trying, because look how many men they've got up. It's 3v3 at the back. It's just all of them are rocking such small man builds that everything's just coming straight. They need someone to unselfishly put on a taller striker build and just win some stuff for them. Otherwise, they're going to get picked off like this Nels gets to the byline. Absco again. Not afraid to dump this ball into the box, our Empire. And I quite like that. Emp. Edge of the box. 2 stocks. Seen a lot of the ball. Nels turns on it. And ooh, a naughty tackle. They get away with it, though. Here is Emp outside of the boot. And it's just recycle, recycle, recycle. They should be playing in green. Keeper's going to come. Keeper takes him down. Nothing given. Empire, do you know what, Domino? I don't often say it. I don't often sway one way, but Empire deserve the 3 points here.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you, but what I will say with all the talk we're doing about Volt, defensively able, and final third defensively, has been very, very impressive. And all they need is to get it to one of those strikers. And it will be a definite smash and crap.
Yeah, that would be the definition of. Instead, though, I mean, again, they're committing a lot of players forward. Stocks into the back post. Well defended by Leonardo. Knocked down by Gaines, the goal scorer. Blickbert does get it through to lateral Mento. He's 1 pass away from setting his captain free. And maybe this is just the kind of games that Volt like to play, Domino. I mean, you play with fire, you get burnt, which might be why they're in 20th position at the moment. But by God, it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of Muhammad Ali Roper dope hate what we're seeing out there.
Yeah, literally, yeah. They are playing possum right now. Leonardo on this left-hand side, far side, with 3 minutes of normal time left. Heading to a point each. Empire won't be happy with that. Volt should be happy with that, but they don't look happy with that. So maybe something's going to give in these final few minutes. Oh, this is some nice football. It's 1 pass away was Nelson. Timpson again does fantastically well to stab that in any direction, any angle.
It's the last chance here, April.
Boster into Nels. Emp to Absco. Loses out, and that way may well be. I mean, Volt still have players up. That has very much been how it's been that whole game. They sat back on the ropes. They soaked up the Empire pressure. But it does finish 1 apiece. Neither team able to break that deadlock. And I don't know. I'm going to take 20 seconds to relax because we didn't have any time between the second and third game.
Didn't even have a sip of my water, April. I'm parched.
I'm not. I don't even think I'm allowed to drink. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick sec because we need it, obviously, and just pray to the depths of hell, of course, because it is Halloween, that this final match, this GMASK versus Capri match, has not kicked off yet. Here's the teams for you to have a look at.
I did a warm-up game while I was playing with the team AFC. I don't know if that's their other game of the night, but they've only got 15 minutes left on that, so we've got time, April. We've got time. That's
perfect. Then I'll just get up for just peace of mind. Yeah, GMASK are beating Apoel 2-0. I can confirm in the earlier game. Yeah, Domino clearly likes Apoel. Yeah, I think maybe then we come back to just quickly this game, Creative versus Class. I mean, Creative will probably be sat at home watching this going, nope, please don't. It's absolutely fine. I have asked for confirmation as to what the final score was. I've not received it yet, but I understand it was 6-0.
We left it at 6.
We didn't even see. Do you know what? It's annoying and naughty Empire, naughty Volt for kicking off because.
And they drew that game as well. Jesus, at least they can give us a winner in the game.
Exactly. Yeah. So we did miss that goal. Apologies, all the Class players and the Class fans. But hopefully the other 5 goals made up for it. If not, if you watched any of the 5 goals from the Mons Calpe game as well. So there's been goals about. So yeah, well done, Class. Commiseration to Creative. Again, obviously they had a disruptive start to that game, missing a couple of players. So we'll get them back on at full strength and hopefully they can do the business then. Right. Last but certainly not least, is GMASK versus CAPRICAROLESQUE. We, again, like I said on the intro, it's not the main event. but it's the last game of the night, so I'm going to say it's the main event. 12th place, Domino. 12th place GMASK, who had such a good start to that first week of the season. They won 3 games in a row at the start of the season. But now, something's gone wrong this week. Played 9, won 3. So they haven't won since those first 3 games of the season. Drawn 4, lost 2. They are winning now, though, so don't worry about that. And despite being in 12th place, Domino, I mean, we can have a look at the table here as well, actually, he says, as he moves that. Despite being 12th, they are only 6 points off second place Capri. So it just goes to show, doesn't it, that this table... I'm not going to say tables don't lie, especially when there's been 10 or more games played, but the fact that there are a lot of teams just bunched up at the moment, a lot of draws happening, especially towards that top end of the table, the likes of Capri, 4 draws, for the win, 7, PMI, Fluminense, 4 apiece. I think teams are struggling to get over the line against each other because, and I'll tell you this, the teams are so good, they're just cancelling each other out.
It is 8 ball, and we say this every single week, and I'll say this every single week. To get into the esports prem is a trophy in itself. Like, just to be part of that kind of league is a trophy in itself. The highest on league is playing in the Premier League, and there's no easy games out there. Like, you just seen Volt sitting in 20th and playing a team sitting a lot higher than them. Towards the end, it was a mismatch, but again, draw happened in the game. GMASK, though, 8 ball, I haven't seen them this season, but I'm excited when I'm seeing those team sheets. 8 ball, it's got that Sociedad spine in there.
Oh, we love the Sociedad spine. Do you know what? Like, you know, we've got history of some teams who don't know exist. GMASK are one of those teams for sure because of that Sociedad spine. When we first started, Sociedad were the team to beat, the likes of Rayo, Yasin, Joan Lukaku, Raven, Guto. They've got such a good starting 11, but also if you go and have a look at their squad as well, I mean, Waka Bashai, one of the best goalkeepers in the world at the moment. They've also got Erdinger Sillinger as well as a goalkeeper too. So arguably the best goalkeeper to come out of Turkey as well. So it just goes to show that at this level, again, we saw it with Creative as well. At this level, you can't just have that good starting 11. And again, these teams towards the top of the league, this is what they do. This is what they do. But let's talk about those starting 11s, Domino. I think for GMASK, they had 6 players in the team of the week for week number 1. That tells you everything you need to know. They've got Rayo up front, who I checked his stats today. 2 goals this season. So
Stop it.
A stuttering Rayo.
How many games he played, April?
I don't know. He's got 2 goals
games.
He's got 2 goals. One, none. he's got 2 goals this season. So expect again. You know, they're 12th. They're doing well in the league without that man firing. Imagine what it's going to be like when he's firing. 51 goals last season, by the way, in case you are wondering, for that man. Raven, Crescito in the middle of midfield, superb. Wan Lukaku, again, name me a better wide midfielder. Yasin.
A more complete wide midfielder,
yeah, absolutely.
And defensively.
Absolutely. And the likes of Yasin, who is just, every time I see him play, he plays somewhere different because he's so good at playing wherever he's needed. And again, it's so valuable to a team, and it just helps them so much throughout the season. As for Capri, Domino, they did lose last time they were on the show. That was Tuesday. That 85th minute winner against Dreezy. That was their first loss of the season, and to be honest, they went and picked themselves up after that, and that's all you can really ask them to do. They did beat Regnum, who are a very good side as well. I think they're about 12th. Well, no, because GMASK are 12th. They're about mid-table. Beat them 3-0. We've got Warren Beast up front, who's in sensational form. 7 goals this season. His strike partner, again, we're talking about partnerships up front. Alves is phenomenal. Romaninho, again, he ran the show on Tuesday. If there's ever a player who was unlucky to be on the receiving end of a loss, It was that man. I genuinely felt a little bit sorry for him. But the weird thing is on the opposite flank, you've got someone in the shape of Riyad as well, who's a fantastic player. He's my one to watch tonight because Romaninho was my one to watch last Tuesday, so I can't have him on both. 3 assists for him this season, and yeah, it's just, you know, we're talking about main events. To be honest, this is a very, very good main event, Domino.
100% able, and you're messing with people like Jay Lings in the middle of the park at CDM. The guy, last time we saw him play, and this was not the stream on Tuesday, it was the time before that, unreal player. And what I like about players like Jay Lings is it's very hard to be an unselfish player in the team where your job is cutting out and then the Rodri side to side kind of football. You've never got the limelight, you've never got the spotlight shining upon you, but trust me, your teammates know what kind of player you are, and the more appreciation you get, it will be for your teammates, because players like that are diamond dozen able, they're important.
No, 100%. And to be fair, Capone again, to be the whole, it's a shame, isn't it? Because often in football and obviously in pro clubs, it is exactly the same. You can have a quality game, and to be honest, in the now 2 weeks that we've done this, so my maths isn't the greatest, but that almost equals 21 games. We haven't had a bad game yet. We honestly have not had a bad game. We've not seen a bad team. So that often means that a good team has to lose on the night, and that was Capri on Tuesday, unfortunately for them, because again, you look through that side and not one of them, and you know, MXBK, Mookie at the back, Riyad had a good game, Tico Beast, again, he's like their Yasin. You can put him anywhere and he's going to turn in a performance. Played up front a lot last season, did Tico Beast, and just terrorized defenses, and now he's playing in the hole behind 2 strikers in similar form that Tico Beast was in last season. So again, everything's positive for Capri. This is a very well put together team, but everything I'm saying about Capri is what I've already said about Team GMASK, Domino.
It's names for days. And when we started, and just a little bit inside information before the stream starts and the guys start getting kicked off, we started covering it very early on last year. And we played and we knocked around the competitive league, and nothing at this kind of level. And we saw Sociedad. You highlighted, you were like, oh, I just got word that Sociedad are probably the best team around. I was like, oh, brilliant. Mate, we saw them play, and then I realised the levels. I knew there were people better than us, don't get me wrong. It's not hard. But I did realise the scale of how much better they were. And you watch the football there, and you're like, this is genuinely ridiculous. The mechanics that these boys show, it's unbelievable. And like the team unity, the way they play, even defensively, genuinely blown away. So you always have that in the back of your mind when teams like the GMASK, and I see their Rayo up top with João Lukaku. It's just like, yeah, and Yasim on that side as well. It's just always like, yeah, it's nostalgia, although it's only been a year, April.
Yeah, I agree. And João Lukaku actually is their top goal scorer this season with just 3. So either they've been winning or drawing a lot of their games without scoring a lot of goals, or they've just been sharing the load very, very well. But Capri finished 4th, season number 9, the last time these guys played. I said it on Tuesday, they'll be looking to top that, because that's what kind of team they've put together. I mean, again, look at them. They're a team, they're a hungry bunch. They're a team that want to go, they want to go all the way. You know, we're not talking about a team now that, you know, want to break into the top 8 or the top 6. This is a team who, if they don't win the league, will be disappointed.
Which is good. That's
Which
a good
is
mentality to be in.
exactly
What you said. When you get into the league, you want to be staying in the league. When you've started hanging around the league, you want to break into the top half. Half into the top 4. Capri have been in that top 4 position. They've been there. They know they compete against the highest in the land, which means they know that they could make a title run here. And they're poised to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, when GMASK last competed, it was that same season as well. Sorry, they finished 3rd in season 10, which was which was the season where 3 teams finished on, I think it was 113 points or something stupid like that. But the season before that, sorry, was the last season that Capri played in, and Capri did finish ahead of GMASK in that season, that 4th place season. So it's so finely poised between these two teams, and again, it's 2 teams that have been so well put together, and it should be an absolute banger, and it's going to be a good way to send off tonight. And whilst we are waiting, apparently they are sending across. Yeah, they are sending across invites now. That's great. Yeah, again, it's just a good time to say, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please do so, because pro clubs needs all the support it can get. Competitive pro clubs needs all the support it can get, and the way you guys can support it is by watching these streams, is by subscribing to content creators who do this kind of stuff, and just get it on the map. Make sure that EA are aware of this game mode.
And to be fair, it is the best game mode.
Oh, of course. I mean, I imagine those of you, or at least 99% of you watching now, are watching because you love pro clubs, not just because you wanted to see us dress up in silly costumes. Of course. People jumped on in the first 2 minutes, saw it, unamused, and then left again. And that was just our family members.
To be fair, I came down in the costume. My wife just looked at me outside, please don't answer. Just sat down here, nice and quiet. And mate, to be fair, this has been well funny. Like, the first time I properly saw your face was when we jumped on screen. Let's end it on a high 8 ball with a great game. Do the housekeeping for me one more time.
All right, so it is GMASK in the white, as we so often see. I've gone with the Real Madrid kit tonight. From left to right, winning it high up, Wembanyama. Does give that away. Romaninho will draw in the foul, which I'm sure you'll see. I'm sure you'll see a lot of. And it is CAPRICAROLESQUE in the Benfica kit. The dark kit there looks like a bit of black, bit of red. And they're kicking from right to left. Housekeeping done. Here we go. Alves beats his man for pace. Absolute speed demon. But Raven, very defensive-minded CDM. Vladdy there with a fantastic turn for a centre-back. GMASK, that's not allowed. That is 100% a pass back.
You got away with that?
I don't really know. Warren Beast into Joby move. Capone. Gillem steps out from centre-back. Can't find the ball over the top. Capone keeps it alive to Romaninho. I think having this quality in wide midfield is just so dangerous for Capri. Although João Lukaku there, I mean, showing the best and the worst there. Warren Beast gets to the byline, near post. Alves tries to scoop it in. I mean, Wakabashai takes his own player out getting it. I'm sure he'll do that, you know, every day of the week. I'm sure he'd rather do that than miss the ball. Bullets it out to this right-hand side. But yeah, you know, you saw João Lukaku there tracking back, which you know fine well he'd do. He's a complete wide midfielder. Very, very good player. But again, the quality of this Capri team. Here we go. It is the man, and he gets his pocket pinched by his opposite number, Riyad, this time back doing his defensive duties, Domino. And I think this might be a feature of today's game. Those wide midfielders just tracking back on each other and just cancelling each other out.
It's good, Abel, because there's going to be a lapse in concentration, or there's going to be one time someone doesn't come back with their man, but you can see the way the game's setting up here.
Yeah.
The danger is going to come from that wide side from either team.
Yeah.
So it's whichever team is the most due diligent at tracking their opposite half.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest, you know, this could be the 4th game of the night for a lot of these players. They could be tired. One lapse of concentration, which is all it takes at this level, and your team is going to get punished. So this is why this is the top level. This is why these are the top players. João Lukaku swings it into that back post, given away. One back, given away again. Mookie does well. Capone there to tidy up as well, and they go long. Much to our surprise, Domino.
Yeah, it's when a team like GMASK starts putting play together and start building it up, it's hard to stop that train from keep rolling. So if I was Capri here, you'd just be wary that they're getting a little bit on top, they're dragging you in deep waters. My only advice would have been to get on the ball, stand on the ball, get a little possession and take a bit of the sting out of this game. Because GMASK are hosting, am I correct, April?
You are indeed, yeah, good point. Right, into Tico B, striker's feet. Alves palms it off first time to Capone. One back though, Warren Beast had a man on that right hand side. Raven gets in the way of the clearance, so will fall back to Riyadh. Joan Lukaku there. Big win from him. Sets himself off. Rayo to Yasin. Christos over the top. Good ball. Headed down to himself. Takes it in his stride. Near side. Back inside this time. Raven to Christos. Good ball. Rayo hands it off. No power shot that time, just a normal shot. Yasin, I trust that man. I think he knows what he's doing. Romaninho loses out this time. It is the dangerous Rayo, looking to build on that 51-goal season last season.
Yeah, the guy's a bags man. And the one thing about this GMASK team is they're a very, very good pressing side, which we know.
They are.
It's not a constant press, but it's the losing the ball press. As soon as they lose that ball, watch how many people they get around their men to try and win that back. Once you get out of the press, they are in trouble, but getting out of the press is difficult, but they have just given the ball away again.
Oh, Tico Beast. And it's that man again, Joan Lukaku. I mean, I don't think he's captain of this team. I don't think he's manager. I don't think he is the manager of this side, but do you know what? He's someone you want in that virtual changing room, Domino. What a calm, cool, collected man that is. And yeah, you just saw with that 60-yard pass after tracking 60 yards to go back and win the ball. But here's Wembayama. Good bit of skill, beats two men. Goes for a third, edge of the box. Yasin unselfishly looks for his striker, but the shot was on. 36 minutes gone.
It's a hard one, April. If you found the pass there, we'd say it's unbelievably calm. If you lose the ball, we're going to say you passed it. Yeah, a hard one on each
Joan Lukaku wins it high up again. Here he goes again for a second time. Wembayama, Joan Lukaku.
Scramble! Oh,
MB gets it gone.
In this new game is something to behold, I tell you.
It's like pinball in there, Domino. The amount of times I've said that this season. There's Teagues in the chat. It was class, to be honest, mate. Good finish as well. Good to see on the score sheet. Wembayama. Into the back post. Riyadh back there. In the wrong box as far as he is concerned. Rayo flip-flaps his way through. Raven up there. Raven strikes the post. Capone and J-Lings tidy up. They've left two men up. 3v2. Alves waiting for support. Gives it to Warren Beast. Valdi and co do well. Gillen with the block this time. Yeah, great block. Mookie, the centre-back up there. Getting a bit of a nosebleed. Riyadh swings it in. Gillen, look at that. Big clearance from him. Yeah, it really was. Mookie just stepping into that CDM position there that his two CDMs are vacated. Good tactic from Capri. Riyadh looks to beat his man. Does so. Bit of space to swing it in. Chooses not to and allows Joan Lukaku to get back. And yeah, just before half-time, we are literally on the cusp and a chance for Capri to do something here. Flicked on near post to the back sticks. It's partially cleared. Riyadh with the left foot strike.
I love that. I love that.
And they're not going to have time.
Hobbling ball in the box and a big power shot went there. Love that.
They're not going to have time to take that throw in high up. And it is 0-0 Domino. Once again, we see two world-class sides just cancel each other out in that first 45 minutes.
Yeah, April, I'm not going to lie to you. I think that was probably one of the best 0-0 first halves I've seen without a goal.
Yeah.
Really impressive football throughout. There's not been a lot of chances. I think GMASK have been the more dominant team. But Capri haven't looked under real duress throughout the whole game. I think it was a dead-on even half. I do think if there's a team that can go on with a little bit of momentum, win it here, it's GMASK, but we know this Capri teammate. They're going to be annoyed with their performance. They didn't get much out of that, and they're going to come out and then the second half a lot better, I would imagine.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, although I must admit, you've now looked like a really crap Slash. Let's go. Final 45 minutes of the night. Pro Clubs Weekly on behalf of VPG. This is the VPG Esports Premier. the highest of the high. Warren Beast getting to the byline. No one there on the edge of the box, so Christos will take it down. Sets away. Lads Jr. Down the line is on. Chooses to come back inside, then chooses to ping it. Switching the play to Yasin. Rayo. Wembayama hands that off first time. Lads Jr. again into the box. Swings into the back post. He's got ahead of a big save. It's spilled once again. Gibbo does well with the feet. Joan Lukaku's going to hammer this, and it is blocked once more. And GMASK knocking on the door.
April, last-ditch defending. If you want to see it done correctly, just watch that Capri side.
Oh, well played, Gibbo.
Getting bodies behind the box. They're taking a couple of warning shots here, April.
Yeah, yeah. I think both sides are, as both of these sides look for a winner. I think it's opening up slightly, which is good for a neutral like us and you at home. But no. Oh. Interesting. Right then, boys and girls. We'll keep you posted. No, I think that was deliberate, was it not?
I don't know if he just backed out. He got kicked out of the game, and Capri is still playing. I've literally just clicked on the Capri screen, and there's an advert, Able. So I don't know.
No.
I'm checking here to see if he's just actually lagged out or the game's kicked him out. I can't speak.
I can't speak. Right.
So I'm just waiting here, April, to see. Oh no, I think it is. I think he just kicked everyone out.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'd rather that because we get to watch another 45 minutes. But we'll find out.
What happens? Do you just replay the whole game? Like I don't know.
I'm on the chat now. I mean, I wish I could move that, but I'm quite sure it's confidential. Probably shouldn't. Obviously, the response from Capri was WTF, which is fine. Obviously, as soon as we can get that second half going, we'll get it going. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've got 45 minutes to play. I'll let you know as soon as I know what's going on.
April,
go on.
In your opinion,
what should happen?
What would you do if this was your league? No.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Who do you think that favours more?
I couldn't say because it doesn't favour the good nature of the sport. Let's be honest. You know, because someone might have ran themselves into the ground. Someone might have done this. Someone might have been on a booking. All that kind of, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't sit right. I don't know. There's just so many because EA can't get this game right. There's just so many factors, variables, that it's so easy to say one size fits all because one size never fits all. It's impossible. If two, what they're saying is 1, 2 or more players. I can see myself in the camera to take myself. I'm having a serious conversation. I look like an idiot. But if 1 or 2 players, and I think that's what they've said, disconnect, what do you do then? For your opposition, is it tough titties, or do you want to still play against 11 men? Because if the shoe is on the other foot, what happens then? If your team has 2, do you actually expect the other side to be like, oh, actually, you know what? We'll just let your boys back in. Obviously, this would all be fixed if EA would just let you rejoin, but it doesn't. So it's the likes of VPG who need to take time out of their Thursday night to come and sort this because it's the only way to do it, and it sucks, but it is what it is, and we need to get to the bottom of it, and we need to go and watch some more pro clubs because that is obviously what we're all here to do.
Yeah, Abel, couldn't disagree with you more, mate. I mean, I asked you which team it favoured, and then you jumped on the soapbox and told me everything that's wrong with EAFC, which I always expect you to do, which I always love that you do.
Oh, it's got to happen to a certain extent. Obviously, we're so pro EA, it's unreal. But this is, we played FIFA 15 together, Domino.
Mm.
They was doing it in FIFA 15. That was a long time ago now, boys and girls. So
if anything, 8-Ball, I think the matchmaking was better in FIFA.
I completely agree. They're still, to be honest, they're still trying to sort it out. Don't forget, it is Capri versus GMASK. It is Spain to France. So there may well be connection issues. We're not here to point the finger at anyone whatsoever. But I think the finger that is being pointed, not by VPG or by ProClubs Weekly, is that 2 players disconnected from GMASK, and then the whole team quit. So
was it?
That is what is currently in my chat. GMASK is saying it was more than 2 players that disconnected. That's the information I have. I'm getting flashbacks of the LAN again, Domino.
I mean, I'm not here for drama because I'm just here to cover some streams. But I do like a bit of drama. So, April, keep us posted on that. That sounds interesting. In the meanwhile, I'll talk about this sweet costume that's very interchangeable. I could be a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean...
don't know what happens if I take off my glasses. I think it looks worse. What do you reckon?
You look like the bearded lady off of... what's the film called? Oh, it'll come to me. But yeah, you look ridiculous, and that's for a man wearing ladies' makeup.
It was fantastic, 8-Ball. I remember the best time. It's really itchy, I'm not gonna lie. This is literally like Christmas tinsel.
It looks, like I said at the beginning, it looks highly flammable, and I'm a little bit worried. It
is highly flammable, but it is very itchy on my bare skin.
We should have done a makeup tutorial about this, because I got in about half an hour before this stream started, and it takes me about half an hour to set up said stream. So I was having my makeup done while setting up the stream, and
it was really impressive while I was watching it in the background. It's like you had a makeup artist.
Well, the thing is now, is how am I supposed to go into our stream on Monday and not have my makeup done?
8-Ball, I'm not gonna lie to you, we've been in suits, we've been in our ProClubs Weekly tops, we've now dressed up. I don't know what we do to top it, but I feel like we have to top it. I need some suggestions, like if the comment's gonna pop up,
to be honest,
what we have to do to top this.
To be honest, there's no way. I might actually just start contouring my face like this, because my cheekbones are on fleek right now. Actually, you see me looking devilishly handsome on Monday, and you'll know why. Yeah, whilst we get this sorted, I mean, not much is happening, truth be told. They're just a bit of back and forth. I think we need an admin to step in, otherwise I think they're just going to carry on arguing. Whilst they try and sort that out, don't forget, boys and girls, every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday of the season, we'll be here live on VPG YouTube channel. So again, if you're sneaking around in the chat, if you've got this on and you're doing the dishes in the background, just run over, subscribe, because again, you'll need to know when we're online. It gives you a notification. Like, we do everything for you.
Literally everything for you. All you have to do is sit there. I mean, to be fair, you don't want to do the dishes while we're in this get-up, because I'm not gonna lie to you, as much as the game's the main event, I generally think I'm the main event. I might actually do the full costume for the last game. I might actually have to put the hair down, 8-Ball.
Costume tutorial. Costume tutorial.
Although I am feeling this, 8-Ball, I don't really know. I'm just living my best life here, mate.
I mean, again, shameless plug for ProClubs Weekly, which is myself and Domino. Every Sunday, 7 o'clock.
We'll dress up like this.
We will not dress up like this. To be fair, though, I mean, we so behind the scenes here right now, we do our intro for the video on a Thursday night, so we will actually be dressed like this for the intro of said video. But yeah, every Sunday on the ProClubs Weekly YouTube channel, 7 o'clock. Do not miss it. It's the match of the day. It's called the Weekly Wrap Up. Subscribe over on that channel as well, and yeah, catch all the action. But the live streams are where it's at. The live streams are good fun. Other than today, it's been quite a hectic one. And do you know what? When I woke up this morning, Domino, and Mr. Delos and Mr. VPG sent me that thumbnail, a reminder me it was Halloween and I hadn't got my costume yet, I just knew today, I knew something was going to go wrong today.
All Hallows Eve, bro. It's gotta
Yeah,
go wrong.
yeah,
If
yeah.
it's gonna go wrong. It's gonna go wrong. Do we know if we resolved the discrepancies in the chat table, or are we still chatting?
Oh no, they're still going. They're still going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks to me, because obviously in my small tiny brain, you would just go in and play 45 minutes, right?
Yes, I believe that's what I would have done. They've had a 45 minutes. You just go and finish another 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, you came on to play clubs, 11v11, best players in the world, playing best players in the world. Just come and finish the game, win, lose or draw. It doesn't matter who's defaulting who, or who's trying to be sneaky or underhanded on who, or who just literally lagged out. It happens. It's EA. We know that. Just get the game done and we can all go to bed, but have a wash our face first.
Yeah, if I'm honest, like, competitive is competitive, and I do understand people.
Obi says DQ both of them.
if Capri got a pass on this game, like decent, we get 3 points, get GMASK without playing them. So I do understand them fighting like, oh, only 2 people lagged out, so you can't lag out the whole team. If it happened to you, you'd probably do the same. So I would just say, in the interest of fairness, you don't want to play a team that's got 9 players on the field with 2 people lagged out. You want this to be 11 versus 11, beat the better teams. So yes, they might have all backed out. Just get the game going. And even as a sweet caveat, just do the full 90 minutes again. Not a problem. Let's get back in.
I mean, they've sent through the lag out.
Rules and regulation.
But in real life, in stadiums, they don't show the VAR on the big screen, so I'm reluctant to show it right now in case it's...
Oh my, that's really impressive. I like that.
I mean...
It's a talking point.
It's a talking point. Yeah, alright. I mean, I'll get it up. I'll get it up. We can have a look at it, and basically we're looking for the team in white losing players. Yeah, now if Domino can actually see anything. So the game kicks someone out on the edge of the box here, I believe. So the bold man's just ran backwards there. There's a man on the edge of the box. So that's 2 players I've seen. One player.
There's 1 player.
2 players. Yeah, still just that 1 player.
Now, April. But April, that's the person that lagged out, because that's a definite disconnect. He hasn't gone there and quit. We can see his screen.
You are right. You are right.
100% that player that I don't know who we're following on that game. Was it
Valdi?
Yeah. So with that, you can clearly see on his screen that FIFA just kicked him out. Whether it kicked anyone else out as well, I don't know. But we can clearly tell one person's out for whatever reason. Everyone's playing on, and they just kicked him out.
Okay, let me see if I can get anything more conclusive than that.
I like it, April.
I'm trying, boys and girls. I'm trying. I mean,
I still like what Obi said though.
TQ. Do bear with me, because I'm gonna try and.
But Obi doesn't know the rules. Obi don't know because it's Halloween. It's no disqualification matches.
I don't think they're getting anything conclusive at the moment. Is the danger here?
Yeah, I'm unsure where we go from here, April. Has anyone in the chat got a scary story we can read on stream? What are we doing?
This has been sent. I don't know what it is, so apology if it turns up to be like something weird. Oh, now that caveat makes me not want to play it, but this is what's been sent.
So who sent this?
GMASK. So the cameraman we know disconnected.
Yeah.
There you go. There's 2 of them, and then someone different there.
Is that someone else's perspective?
I guess so. That would make sense why they sent it.
That's 3, yeah. Well, that's a disconnect, isn't it? You haven't gone and quit.
Because this was the cameraman, I think.
Right. Okay. Yeah. How many? Pause it here.
2 players gone there.
So 2 players have gone here, and that would have been a 3rd gone.
Yeah, he's the 3rd. Yeah.
It does look like a genuine lag out, April, but I'm looking at the stream now. I'm looking at Capri's stream, and they are getting back in. So has there something been resolved here, April? Because people are getting back in.
I don't know. I'm watching stupid videos. Nothing yet from any admins.
Well, the boys at Capri are getting back in, and
they're playing some lobby.
Their tactics.
Playing some lobby simulator, yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't play lobby simulator unless you know you've definitely got a game going on. So that's a good sign, right?
I hope so. I mean, we wanna finish this game. They are in. I can confirm. We want to finish this game. And what I was gonna say when I was shamelessly plugging the Pro Clubs weekly wrap up Sundays at 7 o'clock. Make sure you're watching. Is we didn't get to finish the class game. We're just missing stuff for the highlight show, which is annoying. And now we don't get to finish this game. I told you it's spooky season, and it's ruining our show, Domino.
While I'm wearing the best costume of my life, it's just depressing.
What are you now? Are you still Macho Man Randy Savage?
No, I like the Asian slash that you went with, April. I know you didn't say Asian, but I added it in because I like it.
I didn't say Asian slash, but I actually prefer. I'm sad I didn't now.
I think you did, Abel. Bring up the clip. I've got the clip to show everyone.
Replay it.
They are putting in. Capri are playing another game against another team.
Oh, fair enough. They're just bugging off about us then.
Or unless GMASK are called 11 Jogger. I
very much doubt it. They're better than that, Domino. They're better than that. I mean, they're busy. They're busy people. They got stuff to do. Perhaps they're moving on to the next part of the show, and perhaps we should do the same. Clifus is in the chat though. First match didn't go away. GG's for the broadcast, buddy. I said it at the time, and I'll say it again. Probably the best man in orange this evening. So congratulations. Just playing against a different beast, Mons Calpe. Mons Calpe versus Class. R4P versus Creative. Let's go. Make it happen.
Let's do it.
ADL, make it happen. Get him on the show. If only it worked like that. I'm going to say this ain't happening. I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I'm sorry the fans that tuned in. I'm sorry for the organisers that couldn't get the game settled. I mean, I'm guessing VPG, or we'll let you know on Twitter, I'd imagine, the outcome, as people might want to know. I
mean, yeah, if VPG don't want to tweet, we can certainly update everyone, but I would imagine that the best place to go is VPG Discord. That's another good reason to join the Discord as well. Stay up to date with all the gossip, all the drama. Capri are messaging back. They have a match at 21:40, which is 6 minutes ago, so I don't think they will. I think that's game, set, and match.
Well, Capri just backed out of the other game they're in, so I don't know. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm still on Capri's stream. If they're gonna send to GMASK or not. I mean,
I imagine.
Where are Capri from?
France. They've got a VPG France game, and I know it's taking ages because my bloody sound clips ran out. Here we go. We'll play it again. 18-minute sound clip this is. Don't say we didn't wait for long enough. CAPRICAROLESQUE, I think, are going to go into that VPG France game. I think...
They are, yeah.
I think at the moment, they're the ones who feel like they've got the moral high ground because it was their opposition who disconnected, essentially. So, again, I think this will just be one that bubbles over on Discord, and again, VPG Discord admins need to spend their nights trying to sort it out, and it's a shame. It's a shame. And again, that is absolutely no shade to the players. It really just is down to this game mode and just a lack of support for it, really, which is, it's a shame, because look at all the time and effort that's gone on to, you know, making this happen. You know, 140 people in the chat, 2 idiots streaming it, the best players in the world, and then we can't even get 90 virtual minutes of a game. EA, please, 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 begging you, sort it out.
April, however, if this game is replayed, either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or when they play on the second leg, it has to be back on the show. I feel like we've got unfinished business. I'm going to build this into a grudge match, although it might not be a grudge match. But
it will be now. It will be 100%. Now. Yeah, these teams argue hell and high water for 3 points. Of course, it's going to be a grudge. I did think you were going to say we need to dress up again, which would be an absolute no-go. Absolutely no-go. So I guess we'll wrap it up there. Unfortunately, GMASK and Capri, that game finished around the 55-minute mark. It was a draw at the time. We don't know where that was heading to, but maybe they'll play it out again, maybe they won't, but that is going to be all she wrote for this evening. A sour taste, although Capri are now posting, just give me a second. Yeah, they're asking for help from the VPG EU admin. So they have escalated this.
Fair. Okay. Well, we'll keep you posted with the drama. Actually, go back to VPG for the drama.
Every time we try and leave, they post a message. Maybe they're actually watching the stream and being like, no, let's see how long we can. They're actually in a game right now, and maybe they're just like, let's see how long we can just keep them waiting for.
Capri have tried to set up this game 3 different times. They've sent it 3 different times, and each time it's not connected.
Well.
They're still not actually kicked off yet, although they've sent 3 times.
Okay, let's leave it there then, Domino. If they're not actually trying to connect to GMASK anyway, GMASK is still sat in the lobby, not doing all that much. They're not responding to anything that I can see. Yeah, it's definitely one that will bubble over.
Is what it is, April.
Yeah. It leaves a sour taste in the mouth, because obviously, once again, the UK Premier didn't let us down.
Oh my, that league's on fire, April. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Absolute goal fest over there. And yeah, it's been a great week, as always, as it always is on VPG. Guys and girls at home, thank you very much for tuning in. As per usual, please do continue to support competitive pro clubs, whatever that looks like. Even if you don't like us, pop us on, go and do some chores in the background. Everything just helps support clubs, and the more you support it, the more we can hopefully sort stuff out like this and just stop it from happening. We're getting behind the scenes on Domino right now as well. Monday we are back, Tuesday we are back, next Thursday we are back. We're not going to look this stupid, although arguably maybe we do, I don't know. But yeah, every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Make sure you're tuning in, catching the hottest action from VPG. Hopefully we'll get a full 90 minutes, because the last 3 games, Domino, we didn't get 90 minutes. We need our fix. Don't make the noise again. I swear to God, don't make the noise. Please. And yeah, we'll try and keep you posted on what happens here, because that's some we didn't get to finish the game. It's some high drama stuff regardless. It's like an episode of bloody Coronation Street out here. We'll keep you posted on all of that stuff, but yeah, from us, have a lovely weekend. If you're still playing pro clubs, good luck in your games, and see you on Sunday. Pro Clubs Weekly, Sunday at 7 p.m. every single Sunday. He says it. That's so creepy. Domino, anything you want to say before we go?
Happy Halloween.
Wrong answer. One more try. Make the noise. See you all, guys.